At Samanam, our world revolves around well-being. It also revolves around art. Our primary focus has always been mental health, particularly among young people. And we do believe that art matters. There is evidence on the efficacy of arts interventions on mental health, but we need a detailed synthesis focused on modalities of functioning, particularly with regard to youth. In 2020, the Wellcome Trust Active Ingredients Commission gave us an opportunity to explore this. Can art help prevent and treat youth anxiety and depression? We wanted to understand what works, for whom, where, and how. We designed a participatory insight analysis that combined a scoping review and multimodal arts engagement to work with young people with lived experiences of anxiety and depression. There were more papers than expected. 36 studies finally fit our inclusion criteria. The diversity in approach, conceptualization, and execution of art interventions stood out. The umbrella term art intervention did not capture modalities and approaches or reflect the underlying processes used to facilitate non-judgmental and enabling spaces for expression. So, we analyzed the intervention descriptions across the 36 included studies and arrived at this set of 9 key ingredients. These contribute to positive mental health gains for young people with depression and anxiety. Studies indicated a range of benefits. The reported effect sizes from studies that were RCTs or NRCTs show that the mean differences are at least over 0.5 times the pooled standard deviation on scales measuring depression and anxiety. Effects were more pronounced in measures representing allied psychosocial resources. However, it was challenging for us to extrapolate exactly what works, for whom, where, and how from the current evidence. In most studies, sample sizes were small with no longitudinal follow-up. Interventions were predominantly short-term, with the length ranging from a single session to 30 over 2 to 6 months. What was jarring was that there were almost no youth voices present. Despite references to participation, none reflected youth voices in service planning or research. The approach to care and intervention planning was largely biomedical. Arts interventions were inserted into therapeutic frameworks without consulting arts practitioners. As the research team combed through existing evidence, our arts team initiated the multimodal arts intervention. Our arts engagement sessions were strengths-based and designed to create a safe space for young people to discover their own vocabularies, to articulate and express mental health needs. Spread over 2 months, the 60-hour online guided arts activities included drama, poetry, visual art, and movement. We called ourselves the Samanam Circle. Majority of our youth advisors had early negative experiences with mental health services and found them to be top-down, specialist-driven approaches. They expressed experiencing a sense of loneliness and an inability to express themselves for fear of judgment.
I'd like to know how and when do I have to seek help?
How you can approach, or what we can do to ask for help.
To spread the awareness that it is not a taboo.
In this regard, they reported finding strength in the collective vulnerability of a group that came together through art.
There's a huge change. I am a lot more calm, a lot more centered.
This has helped me identify, choose to respond instead of react to the people around me.
I've started being vulnerable with the people in my life.
That basic feeling to know that there is someone to help you was a huge takeaway for me.
In the Indian context, the influence of caste, gender, sexuality, and particularly understanding and accepting diversity were highlighted as defining influences on mental health. They felt strongly about redefining and renegotiating not only psychiatric diagnostic labels, but also medically driven understandings of emotion, health, and illness. Our youth advisors advocated for a holistic approach to mental health and called for early intervention that places the young person at the center of the decision-making and care process. They advocate for integration of arts interventions into existing education and mental health care systems.
Throughout my school years, if there had been someone we could have talked to, I know so many people, including myself, that would have benefited from it.
have these conversations at a young age, at a formative age, than have to deal with them at a later stage where the damage is significantly greater.
The findings from our scoping review echoed our youth advisor perspectives. Art interventions were found to be feasible with predominantly positive effects on depression and anxiety amongst diverse youth populations and settings. However, they are not feasible for use in active conflict settings and may not be appropriate for youth with severe illness presentations. As a practice-based organization, we felt compelled to channelize existing evidence and use our own experience as a springboard to create a service package. We, a team of mental health professionals, arts professionals, and educators, put our heads and hearts together to devise a school-based program. We created Open Mind, an arts-based social-emotional learning program. It is designed to enhance social-emotional awareness, increase self-esteem, and self-efficacy. Most importantly, it is aimed at helping young people articulate their mental health needs, gain awareness of their internal and external resources, and inculcate positive help-seeking behaviors. We piloted the online version of Open Mind late last year. It is too early to know the efficacy or effectiveness of the program, however, it does seem to be feasible for implementation. The acceptability of the intervention was high at our pilot site, but requires evaluation across diverse geographies and populations.
They've forced me to re-examine or to question some of the personal biases that I've had. I can be a much more sensitive person. I'm able to understand people a lot better and to understand where they're coming from.
Feedback from students indicates the urgent need for support and for interventions like this. Open Mind is being refined and will be evaluated for effectiveness soon. In India, where there's a dearth of research and interventions that address youth mental health needs, we hope to build practice-based evidence and a resource-effective, scalable intervention. We asked our youth advisors for some final thoughts and a wishful note to their younger or older selves.
It's gonna be okay.
Get help and ask for help and talk to people in her life. Don't be so scared.
Your mental health and your peace of mind are a lot more important than what others think of you.
Learn from your lessons.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
I think when you build a system on kindness and not a system that kind of punishes you for not following the rule, that really helps.
I love you, I guess.
Our deepest gratitude to Welcome for supporting this inquiry, MQ for having us here today, and to all the lived experience experts who were so candid and giving of their time and experiences.